You already did it and you are here in the final class to implement your admin panel. Essentially, the last piece of the puzzle, which is, of course, deleting a skill or a project. And the good news is that you already have almost everything prepared for that. You already did that so good that you just need to add a few lines of code to reutilize the components that you already have to actually delete an element here. So let's go and jump in the code to see how easy it's gonna be. Essentially, we are going to follow the same logic that we had before, but it's gonna be very simple because this time we don't need to edit, we don't need to populate the form. We just need to change the method and the action. We don't need to even show the model or something like that. So here again, we just need to go to add, click. Of course, we are here in the projects complete. We are here in the projects context, and here we are going to say, well, after clicking on the delete button, we are going to say that the method is equals to delete, and the action is going to be a route, which is called, of course, in the case of projects, projects that destroy. And something pretty important, this once again needs the ID of the actual project that we are going to remove. So we need to go to project ID, and last one piece, we need to submit the form. So we need to say submit. This is going to submit the actual form that we have with that specific method, with that specific action. And as the action doesn't need any actual data, this is not going to validate anything different than the ID already exists. And after that, this is going to perform that specific action. Let's to be sure to write this correspondingly, and we should be go back to our backend. But let's do essentially the same in the case of skills. So here we are going to have, after the classes of the delete button, the method is going to be delete, the action is going to be skills that destroy, and of course we are getting here the ID of the actual skill. And once again, we are going to delete this specific element by submitting the form that we already have. So once we have this, we need to go to our backend and implement the actual functionality to remove a skill and a project. So, well, we are going to copy just this little piece of code. We are going to paste it here. Let's to be sure to close the function. And of course, the method is destroy. This is going to receive only the skill that we are going to remove. We don't need the request because we are not going to validate anything there. And we say skill delete. And if everything is okay, well, we are going just to return a redirection to the actual index of skills. And well, we are going to do basically the same in the case of project. So if we go to project controller, we can paste it there. Of course, here we need a project. And here we are going to delete a project as well. And the same here, we go to projects that index. Perfectly functional. The model implicit injection that we have here is already verifying if this project essentially exists. Basically, the ID that we are sending in the action of the form corresponds to an actual project, and if it is true, so we are going here inside and we call the delete for the project or eventually for the skill depending on the action. So let's do refresh here just in case. And if we click on delete, there it is. We are removing all of that, all in real time. You can see how easy it is, how faster it is working. And at the end, we are going to have an empty element here. So we can even realize a detail in the styles of our warning message saying that there are not skills yet. So let's to create one. We are going to add a margin top and to put the text on the left. So let's to do that. And probably we're going to need to do that in the case of projects as well. So let's go there. In the all skills, in the bottom, we have there are no skills. Yeah, let's to create one. And we are going to add here text to the left. And we're going to add a margin top of 5. And let's do exactly the same in the case of projects. Here it is. Text left. And let's go back. Refresh. And there it is. It's looking much more better. And let's go back now to the projects. There it is. We can, as you can see, delete any of those. Doesn't matter the order. They are being removed on real time. And that's it. The list is completely empty. And we can, of course, add a new one. Let's say that you create once again a RESTful API for a shop system, and the color is gonna be green, and let's use something like currency dollar once again, and there it is. And of course, if we go to our dashboard, and of course, if we go to our actual portfolio, there we are going to see 0 skills as in the beginning and 0 projects. Well, actually 1 project because we already created one, and you can see how it is adapting on real time for the changes that you already did. So that's all. You already finished not only with your portfolio, but additionally with the admin panel for that specific portfolio. At this point, you are completely free to start exploring, repeating some classes, asking me some questions, wherever that you need. Be sure to understand absolutely everything here, and then after that, this just start. Create your own projects, create your own modifications, and play with this. This is exactly the matter of this course. Not only to stop here and do nothing else, no, the opposite. Go away and play with this. Try to break the things and try to fix them by your own. And of course, if you are getting struggling with that, I'm going to be here for you to answer any of your questions. See you in following classes.